And for me, this year has been, one of those tough years. So I learned more than ever, and more that and my rock is Jesus Christ. That's it. So
what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce connected on a fourth quarter touchdown pass, while Harrison Butker booted 3 field goals Saturday as the top-seeded Kansas City Chiefs subdued the visiting Houston Texans 23-14. Kansas City, which secured home field advantage throughout the AFC with its 15-2 mark in the regular season, will welcome either Baltimore or Buffalo on January 26th for a trip to the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, fourth-seeded Houston bowed out in the divisional round for the second straight season. Mahomes hit 16 of 25 passes for 177 yards. Kelce caught 7 passes for 117 yards. Stroud connected 19 of 28 passes for 245 yards for the Texans.
Whenever I hit my rock bottom, I know I can lean on him. So for me, that's what I learned this year, and still to have another playoff win. And so there's a lot of things to hold your head up high for. I'm not going to hold my head down, but at the same time, it sucks to come out here and lose, in a division round again. But I'm super grateful for the tough and good times.
Everybody know how it is playing up here. You can never leave it into the refs' hands. But I mean, the whole world see, man, like what it is, bro. But it is what it is. Like I said, when it come down to it, you can never leave it into the refs' hands, man, and things like that. But it's all good, though.
Yeah, no, I had to. I knew I was going to have to buy a little time. We were 3rd and long in the red zone, but we had talked about that exact play, and we just had to Trev had to get over that linebacker, so I had to buy a little bit of time. So I stepped up in the pocket, was able to get enough on it to get in the end zone, and I mean that was a big play in the game, and we needed to kind of get in that end zone after that long drive that they had.
How did you get enough on it? Because it looked like you were basically face planting as you let go of the ball.
Yeah, no, just everything I got was Bobby Stroop workouts. So no, it was you find a way in those big moments, and that was a big moment, and I was glad that Trav was in that spot where I was able to give him the football.
Did you know coming off your hand that?
Nah, there was a little bit of I didn't know if that dude was gonna get back in there, and it was kind of it was a touchdown or a pick, and I was able to get through and get to the end zone, but it's something we worked on. I mean that's the end of the day. We worked on that play and that situation, 3rd and long, and we were able to do that.
What do you think of Travis after the catch on the 49-yard play?
I told Carson, I said that those tackles that tackle him in the regular season don't tackle him in the playoffs, and he did a good job. He caught the ball, he got off the tackle, broke another tackle, and then hit it down the field, and he was trying to get the knees up, but I was glad he got us close enough that we were able to get in the end zone.
Just from him being able to get that open.
Yeah, it was. They brought the safety on the pressure, and once they did that, I knew he was one-on-one with a linebacker, and so those are those matchups you look for. And they kind of try to zone it off, and he just got right in the window, right behind the linebackers, and that's what he's done for his entire career.
How do you explain Kelce's ability to elevate usually every playoff season?
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. I mean, people say it's real. It's big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that's just how simple it is. And he's one of those guys, he doesn't let the moment be bigger than what it is. He just goes out there and execute at a high level, just like he does in the regular season. He just does that a little bit higher intensity.
After that 3-week break that you had and some of the other guys had, I'm sure that benefited everybody, including you, but how much do you think that helped Travis?
Yeah, I think it helped Trav a ton. I mean, just because he's older guy. I mean, and he plays a very, very tough position on the body. So when you're able to get some weeks off and kind of get your body reset, and he's not. It's not like he's just sitting on the couch. I mean, he's working out and kind of just taking those reps off. And so for him, it's just been getting himself ready to go. We've been practicing. We've been working at practice, and then we go out there and he plays fast and takes his game to a new level.
You see any difference in him, his demeanor, his focus, whatever it might be, playoff week?
Yeah, it's just playoff Trav. I mean, he's a leader, man, and this is what he lives for, is playing in these moments, having the chance to make big-time plays, and he goes out there and does that, and it seems like he does it every single playoff game.
Patrick, it strikes me in this moment that when you first made the AFC Championship game, you didn't have children. 7 years, 7 consecutive AFC Championships. What do you appreciate most about this particular run and getting another opportunity to have one towards the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I know. It's It's been a special run. I mean, just with everybody here in Kansas City, from the organization to the community, from the team, and from my family. And I just try to cherish that. I mean, I still remember moments from the World Series my dad played when I was 5 years old. So these are moments that I'll have with my family for the rest of my life. And it's a growing family. Hopefully, we're done growing for a little while. It's cool to I'm able to play in these big games, and the Kansas City community has brought me in to be a part of their family.
We'll go across here to Sam. Go ahead. Patrick, just wondering if you could analyze the early part of the game and also just how effective or how much did the wind affect just the ability to throw the ball?
Kind of is what it is. I mean, the one throw down the sideline to Hollywood probably got it a little bit, but I feel like that's an advantage at Arrowhead, is having the elements, having the cold. And I've always said I want to be the best thrower of the football out there. I mean, I thought CJ played good though, so I mean he was spinning it as well. But that's what Arrowhead is special, is that you get the wind, you get the cold, and you get the freezing temps, and then you go out there and you just try to go out there and execute at a high level. And I feel like it's an advantage for us. And so we'll try to carry that on into this next game.
Were you surprised at all, Patrick, how open Travis was throughout the game? You had 8 targets, 7 receptions. A lot of those were a pretty big window to get it in there, especially on the 49-yarder. Was that something schematically you felt like you were able to take advantage of, or was it just what was presented and were you a little surprised by?
I think it helps when you have 1 and 5, that speed and D-Hop out there. I mean, when you have those weapons out there, it's hard for defenses to kind of account for everybody. And so they were playing some shell coverages over the top. If you think about the play that Trav has the big catch on, the play before, we almost hit Hollywood for like a 60, 70-yard play or whatever it was. And I think that scares teams where they're like, we can't just focus all our attention on Travis. And if they do, I have to continue to shoot those balls down the field to those fast guys and let them make plays. And that's kind of the battle you have with the defensive coordinator.
We'll last 3 by.
Patrick, what's it mean to you to see Andy get his 300th win? And it's probably hard to sum up, but how did he do it?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a great person. I'm more than a great coach. He's just a great person, and guys want to play for a guy like that. And he's been so instrumental in making me who I am, and I owe him a lot of pretty much all of my success. And so I told him that we need to get to 302 though before this year, and then we can worry about next year.
Patrick, no catches for DeAndre, for Hollywood, or even Juju. If you had known that going into the game, would you have been concerned about your guys' ability to win the game?
You know, I mean, obviously you want to get those guys involved. That makes your offense even better. And obviously there was times where we kind of stalled out on drives. And so that'll be something that we work on going into another great opponent this next week, and whoever that is. But they're part of the offense, and they know that, and they're going to keep going out there and competing. And in the playoffs, it's always, you never know how it's going to go. It's about finding ways to win, and we found a way to win today. But we're going to have to get those guys involved if we want to get to our ultimate goal.
Last 2, go ahead.
Well, Patrick, Helen Henderson from Gilbert talked to you before.
Yeah.
I noticed your mom's post after Golden was born.
Yeah.
Brittany, congratulations to you guys. But I noticed her post in Tyler where she took the picture of the signs of Sterling and Golden Road.
Yeah.
Talk about what your mom means to you guys as far as a grandmother.
Yeah, I mean, first off, it's her birthday, so happy birthday, Mom. So no, she's Grams, she's Grandy is what she calls herself, and our kids love her, and she's been a huge instrumental part of my life, my entire life, and taking me to those baseball games. And she takes a picture by that sign. I mean, Golden Road's where I played baseball growing up, so it's those are the things that you'll forever remember, those moments you have with your parents. And she's here today, and I'm sure she'll be ready to take care of these grandkids tonight.
Last one,
Patrick, along the lines of what Adam asked, you guys only had 212 yards of offense. Tell me about the team. How does the team get this done? How much credit does it get?
Yeah, I mean, I think I said this a little earlier, I think in one of my other interviews, and I said Coach Reed, me, Chris, Trav kind of get all the credit, but this team is a team, and I think that's special. There's guys throughout the entire roster that make plays, and every single week, if it's Leo or if it's Trent or if it's George today or whoever it is, it's about everybody, and everybody's winners in this team, and I think that's what makes us special. So it doesn't always have to be an offensive explosion. It doesn't always have to be the defense locking it down. It's just who can find a way to get a win, and how can we do that? And I think that's what makes us a special football team. We'll try to carry that into next week.
Thanks, Patrick.
A teammate like gets on a heater like George today.
It's good for us. It's good for him. He worked his tail off for it. I just tell him don't get too high. Next game they're gonna be planning for you, buddy. But we can continue to build off of that. That's something to be positive about. But it was exciting just to watch it. I've had two teammates that have those type of games in the playoff, Frank Clark and George Karlaftis. So for me, it's been amazing to be part of it.
What does it mean for you that the unit was able to get to the quarterback 14 times, the 14 quarterback hits, and then finish with the 8 sacks?
I think that was huge. I think it was it's definitely going to go on the bigs. I think Coach Reed talked about it all week on how important that the bigs, meaning the O-line and the D-line, play this game physical and set the tone of the game. And I think we took that to heart and came out and played physical and was able to affect the game.
Chris, can you take us through your first sack? I mean, it seemed like, were you choosing there on your own to be on the edge, and just take us through the play there?
No, I just don't choose to be where I want to be. Listen, y'all got to stop listening to Specs. Yeah, that play I did choose to. I did, man. I seen the opportunity, watched film on it all week, and figured why not.
Chris, can you take me through just what the feeling was, the experience when you won in 2018 to go to the AFC Championship, and how that feeling might be different or gives you better appreciation for this run?
Every feeling and every journey is different because what you have to go through within the journey. 2018, I think that was our first time getting there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you think about the battles we faced along the way to get there. We lost an AFC Championship to the Patriots and then had to overcome that and finally get there and then win. So I think this is different because it's a different type of journey. We've been there a couple times, but now we're even hungrier to even get there now because what's at stake, you know what I mean? 3-peat, getting there, playing in front of our fans again. So it's different, but the journey is still the same. We still want to bring that Lamar Hunt trophy back home.
Chris, how do you focus as much as you need to in these games? Like you just said, you're going for a 3-peat. No team's ever done it in the Super Bowl era. And you have a game like today where it's not in hand until late in the fourth quarter. How do you keep that focus while also knowing in the back of your head, hey, we are now 2 wins away from doing something no team's ever done?
I don't think you think about within the game how many wins away are you. I think you think about the drive, what you can do better, what you can correct on the next drive. But it's not hard to focus on the game. If you're not focused out there, you can get beat easily. So I think it's easy to focus within the game, be present within the moment, and appreciate the moment, most importantly.
Chris, I know you're doing your own thing on the sideline. It was a big third down play, goal, and Patrick hit Travis when he was falling down. You were watching the scoreboard then, watching the game. What's your vantage point like on that?
We did it again. Pat and Trav did it again, man. It's just when you think you got them, you don't. So, yeah, we need more plays like that. We'll take them.
I mean, your rookie year, you have the playoff heartbreak. The next year it happens again. Now you've been to 7 straight AFC, or you're going to be in your 7th straight AFC Championship game. I mean, is that unfathomable to you? I mean, how do you put that in context?
Getting old. It's fun though, man. It's fun. It's a challenge. Take a lot of hard work, commitment, a lot of belief, a lot of encouragement throughout the year, a lot of unselfish play amongst the team to continue to do that. I think we had this message in chapel about climbing the mountaintop. When you climb a mountain, you don't want to stay up there because you can't really breathe. So you go back down, but the joy is that you climb in the mountain to get to the top. And I think that's just the journey we're going. Still climbing that mountain and appreciating it for what it is.
Speaking of appreciating it, you were teammates with Kareem back in the day. This is the first playoff game with you guys in a while. What'd you think of him out there?
Kareem need to keep running the ball like that. We'll take it. But it's fun to have Kareem back. His energy, him and Pop is like a 1-2 punch. Pop getting there running head first, full of energy. And then Kareem is the pounder right after Pop. Pause.
Okay.
Ooh.